my channel. Today I filmed a makeup look using the brand new Too Faced Chocolate Gold Bar. This palette is so pretty. I'm obsessed with it, and I really like how the makeup turned out. I like how it's a lot more like cooler toned than I normally do. And yeah, so I'm super excited about this. So if you guys want to know how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So my eyelids are already primed and set down. I'll list everything I used below in the description box. The first shade I'm taking is called So Bougie, and I'm just going to take that on a Morphe M504 brush and dust this all over my transition area. I do like this shade, but I wish that they had a transition shade in this palette that had a little bit more orange in it. Just a little bit warmer of a brown, because this palette is mostly shimmer shades, which I don't mind. I actually love that. But if you're only going to be working out of just this palette, it just makes it a little bit harder for me, only because I always go in with like super warm transition colors. Then I'm taking the shade Chocolate Truffle and just picking a little bit up on a Morphe M511 brush and putting that right over top of the first shade, just keeping it a little bit lower and denser in my crease. And since we are doing kind of like a halo eye, I'm going to bring this shade all around my eyeball. So all the way into the inner corner and then all the way in the outer corner. Then I'm going to take a little bit smaller and denser of a brush. This is a Vasanti Contour Eyeshadow number 4 brush, and put this in my outer corner and my inner corner. You can be a little sloppy with this right now because we are going to be cleaning everything up with concealer. So it really doesn't matter too much what this part looks like right now. Okay, now I'm going to start cutting out where I want the top of my halo eye to be. For that, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. This is in the shade Light Warm. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and you can see where I put it earlier below it. Look at how much darker that got. I did not realize that that dried so much darker. Wow. Anyway, so I'm using this tiny little Precise brush. This is by Morphe, but it doesn't have a number on it, so I must have gotten this in a set. But honestly, just any really small Precise brush like this will work. And I'm just gonna start drawing the line right above this fold I have in my eye, so you guys can see when I open my eyes, it completely disappears. So I want to still be able to see the top of the halo eye when my eyes are open. So I just go right above where this little fold is. See how it disappears? So I want it to be a little bit higher than that. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there, and then I'm just going to drag that concealer down. And then I'm going to take the shade Rich Girl, and I'm using an Anastasia A2 brush, just a flat synthetic brush. Any synthetic brush will work for this. And I am spraying my brush with Fix Plus because when I was doing this on my other eye, it was not really showing up how I wanted it to. So I'm just going in with Fix Plus right off the bat now. Then start blending out those edges. I'm taking Cocoa Truffle again and just start blending in the edges so it looks a little bit smoother. I am going to go in with a little tiny bit of black and a little bit, just because this brown isn't as dark as I would like it to be. I like a little bit more dimension when I do halo eyes. Okay, now I'm going to take this really small brush, this is a Morphe M507, and then take just a little tiny bit of the black shade in here and put that in the very outer corner and the very inner corner, just to give it some dimension like I said before. And you want to be really careful with this shade. I just took like the littlest amount, because if you go in with too much black, black can ruin any eye look very quickly. See how much more that makes the middle pop? It just looks so much better with more dimension. And then I'm just gonna run whatever is left over on the brush right along the top of this. Then I'm going to take some liner. This is the Inglot Gel Eyeliner in the shade 77, just the black one. And I'm using a Sigma E06 brush. This is the only brush I use to do my eyeliner. It is the perfect brush ever because it's so tiny and precise and you can just get like a perfect wing with it. I am an affiliate with Sigma now, so if you guys ever want to use my code when you're buying their brushes, you can if you want to. It's just Jazzi10 and it saves you 10% off your whole order. I also do have a full tutorial on my channel on how I do my winged liner since I'm not really talking about what I'm doing right now. So if you guys are interested in a super in-depth tutorial on my winged eyeliner, then I'll link that video down below for you guys. And just for a little pop of glitter, you can totally skip this step, but I just love glitter, so I wanted to add some to this look today. I'm using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitters. This one's in the shade Glam Rock. It's just the silver one. It's so pretty and super easy to use, so I always use this as an eyeliner if I just want to add like a little extra pop to my makeup. And then for my lashes today, I'm so excited to finally launch these for you guys. These are my lashes from my lash line EUPHORIA by Jazzi. They will be launched within the next 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. It's just taking forever for like all the legal parts of it. Okay, now moving on to the face. I haven't used this primer in forever. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. I used to use this primer all the time and I seriously haven't used it in like months. For my foundation, I'm using the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I'm finally able to use this foundation again because I got my actual shade. Before, the shade I had was way too dark and I could only wear it on like the first day that I was self-tanned. So I have the shade 2N1 Cashew and it still might be a little light for me. Oh my gosh. It's a little light, but we can make it work with bronzer. Wow, yeah, this is really light. Oh my goodness. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Just gonna spot conceal with it and then brighten up my under eyes. By the way, I know you guys wanted to see a review and wear test on that Laura Mercier foundation. I never did it though because I didn't have my correct shade. Now that I have this, would you guys still be interested in seeing that video? Because I can definitely still do that if you guys are interested. So now I'm going to set my face with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte Setting Powder. So I just pick this up and then I just press it in with my damp sponge all over my face to set the entire thing. Now I'm gonna add some life back to my face and I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs Tantric Bronzer. I just recently hauled this. I showed it in my Sephora haul and then I tried it out in my full face of first impressions video and I absolutely love this. I've been using it non-stop. I'm using a Morphe M527 brush, which is my favorite brush for bronzing. And then I'm just gonna put this all over the outsides of my face. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this contour shade from Makeup Forever. It is S116. And I'm using my NARS Ita brush. Actually, I'm going to use this blush shade in here too. I've never tried this one before. This one is in the shade B302. It's like a really pretty peachy coral blush with a little bit of like a gold sheen in there. And this is a Morphe E4. Ooh, this is really cute. Okay, now I'm going to take this black shade in the palette and stamp this on my lower lash line because I totally forgot to bring a black eyeliner up here. Ooh, actually, I'm just going to use my gel eyeliner. So I'm just using that Inglot gel liner with my Sigma E06. Then I'm going to take the dark brown shade and stamp right over that. And then I'm taking a Morphe M506 and just buffing that out. Then put some mascara on my lower lashes. This is the Sephora Outrageous Curl Mascara. Then we're going to do some liquid highlights, and I'm using the Anastasia Liquid Glow. This is in the shade Perla. So what I like to do with this is just squirt some. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. I was not paying attention to how much I just did. And then I take my beauty blender and then dab it all over the beauty blender so it's like an even coat on here, and then go right onto my cheekbone. And then for some powder highlight, I'm using the Nikki Tutorials and OFRA Everglow highlighter. And I'm going to be mixing the 2 lightest shades in here. And then I'm using a Morphe R36 brush. And then I'm just going to set this liquid down just so it's not sticky at all. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of this lightest shade in here and use a Morphe E36 and then put this in my inner corner. Also put some on my Cupid's bow underneath the brows too, and then a little bit down the bridge of my nose. And then for lip liner, I'm using Kylie Cosmetics Mailboo lip liner. And then for my lip color, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Trouble. The shade is so pretty. It's one of my favorite cool tones. I am obsessed. Okay guys, so that completes this look. I hope you guys like how it turned out. I really like how it turned out. It's more of like a cooler toned eye, which I don't normally do, but I really am liking it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.